Hey there everyone, Ryan Nordahl here, Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, or you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. Today, some of you might recognize this little plot. It's a little kill plot, clover and chicory. This is a little micro plot where I was chasing buck that I call Holmes. This is a property that's behind my parents. Many of you that have been following me, you're familiar with this property and what we've been doing in here, this little micro plot. I mean, this little thing here is maybe 20 feet wide by 50, 60 feet long. It's along this travel corridor. Now, I haven't been in here and trimmed any of this out, any of these travel corridors. But they come from the north. There's a swamp down in here. I'm about 30 yards from the swamp. I've got a stand in that tree right there. You can see the green strap around it and those oaks. This was hinge cut a few years ago in here, and now I've got all of this growth. It makes a great screening. We come across, you can see that it's open in there a little bit, and I'll pull up an Onyx map and just show you a screenshot of how we access, but we come through that swamp opening in there and then right in. The deer, you got to remember, he's about down here. Even if he was laying in here, he'd have a hard time knowing that we were even in that stand, especially when we hunt this on a westerly wind, be it southwest, directly out of the west, or directly from the northwest. That's primarily when we hunt this stand. It's not set up for anything else. The right time of year that we hunt it, the best time of year to hunt this type of stand, we're 75 yards off of major ag field out here that's all corn this year again, 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row now, which is highly unusual crop rotation around here, but I'm not in charge of that, so it's a great little funnel through here, especially during the rut. We've got hinge cut bedding area between this micro plot and the ag fields off to the west. This is great doe bedding. Holmes does come through here quite a bit in the summertime. I don't have any video intel of him per se, or trail camera pictures per se in the velvet. But how do I know? Scouting. I've got my brother and my father that are constantly here. My brother last summer through fall, while he was milking cows, stand at the end of the barn and he'd watch him cross the road here, working between the two properties, our property here and the neighboring property directly to the north. So this is just a great little location, and I wanted to share it with you. We come back in here, we frost seeded hot chicken here from Domain Outdoor. You know, there's my vine scrape right there. How do I get my scrapes started, my mock scrapes? I just simply pee in them, hang my vine, and just simply pee in them myself. Your urine is not going to scare a deer out of here. That's one of the myths that I want to debunk and clarify right now. Your urine will not scare a deer. You take a gross pee bottle with you to your stand, to your blind, whatever. You know, if that's what you want to do, so be it. It's unnecessary, and I don't want to mess around with one. It's just one more thing that I got to carry in and out of the woods, and I don't want to do it. I just let it fly. I've never scared a deer yet. Now, one thing I will not do during hunting season, and really about a month or so leading up to the hunting season, a good friend of mine, Sean Twitt, Mature Whitetail Strategies out of Lexington, Kentucky, shared this with me. No coffee. Do not drink coffee, and train yourself not to drink coffee from about a month ahead of time all the way through season, because the scent of coffee will show up in your urine. Does it necessarily spook the deer or anything? Maybe, maybe not, but you can live without coffee. You can function without coffee. Everything is in your head that you think you can or cannot live without. It's all in your head. It's all about mindset. That's all it is. There's no such thing as an addiction. I need the nicotine from a cigarette, or a dip of Copenhagen, whatever it is. It's all in your mind. It is all in your mind. Everything. The most powerful weapon you have, and it's the most powerful weapon there is to heal your body naturally. But anyway, that's a different topic for another day. This is going to set up. Holmes survived through the season. How do I know that? Again, my father and my brother watched him through the winter. He dropped early, but I mean, he's a significant deer that you cannot miss. He's going to be I feel that he's going to be at least a 5.5 this year, if not a 6.5-year-old deer. You can be the judge of that. I'll play a little B-roll here if I haven't already. But we're in here pulling some camera or some SD cards. I've got to get my Tacticams going. I've just got some cheap cameras going right now. There's a spider web there that I didn't really want to run into. But this is the travel corridor leading back into these hinge cut pockets. Travel corridor down through there. And then this one goes up through here. I want to get around this. So I'm going to backtrack here a little. As you can see, I talk about maintenance. I need to get down in here next week after we go through this heat wave with my weed trimmer and trim this all out, and take some glyphosate, Roundup, if you will. Generic Roundup is what I use. Buccaneer, Cornerstone. Those are cheap generic glyphosate. But there's a bed pocket right there underneath that canopy. Then this corridor that goes up, and this one actually goes out to the ag fields. But just a little slight tour of what's going on here. I'm going to get these cards pulled, and maybe I'll share with you some intel that I get here at the end of this video. So that's just what we're doing. We got a little rain coming in, so we were busy here this afternoon getting our buckwheat planted. It is the 19th of June today, and we simply just did our soil amendments. We put down our elbow grease from Domain Outdoor and our crank fertilizer per the soil test recommendations. And on our sandy soil, we need to build organic matter, so we're using buckwheat, and it's part of our no-till our no-till strategy, rotation, if you will. Buckwheat now, and then the goal is in 6 weeks, which would get us to around that August 1st magic date, to plant our fall brassicas, our fall grains and greens plots, whatever it may be. But we're all about no-till, conserving soil, having something growing in the soil, using cover crops, whatnot, year-round. And buckwheat is a great weed suppressor. This time of year, it's going to germinate fast with the rains that are coming here. We've got rain coming late tonight, early tomorrow morning. We got a little bit of heat coming the next few days, mid-90s with heat indexes in the low triple digits. And so it's going to be warm, but that's going to brew up some showers next week and get that buckwheat going. We already did some early buckwheat at home. I'm going to do a little experiment at my home property. We did our buckwheat on Memorial Day weekend, which is going to put us right in about mid-July to plant our brassicas at home. I want a little bit bigger brassicas, the bulbs and the leaves. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit woody come fall, but I want that late season attraction. Late season seems to be a great time of year up around my place, around my home property, when all the ag crops are off and the bucks that have survived. Gun season was pretty good last year, I think, with some better carbohydrate offerings, from bigger turnips, bigger radishes and whatnot. And then we're going to apply, we've got corn and soybeans that are growing, and we're going to put in some grain sorghum here in the next few days as well. now's the time to be doing your buckwheat, your grain sorghums, your annual screenings, your sorghum Sudan grasses, your forage sorghum Sudan grasses. Incognito from Domain Outdoor is a great annual screen. There's others out there as well. Egyptian wheat, now's the time to start getting that in the ground, guys. Prepare for fall. You got a good window with sorghum Sudan grass. I've planted sorghum Sudan grass as late as back in 2019. That was. I planted my sorghum Sudan grass seedings for screening. It was like the 10th or 15th of July, I want to say. I was real late. I even did late beans that year, but it turned out perfect. That sorghum Sudan grass still got over 12 feet tall. We just had the right amount of moisture, the right amount of heat going into fall that year. So, you know, we got enough growing degree days, enough growing degree units on that sorghum Sudan grass to help make a difference. And but now is the time to start thinking about it, start doing it, start implementing those things. So that's what I wanted to share with you here today. I know I ramble, but you know, I just want to help you guys, give you a little bit of clarity. These videos get a little long, but I hope they give you some clarity on things that we're doing and things that you could be doing on your property as well. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to get these cards pulled. Like I said a little earlier, maybe we can show you some things here at the end of this video. So thanks for joining me. Good luck with all your habitat projects. Stay safe out there. God bless you all, and keep living the dream. Thank you.